And holding down the middle out of Central Michigan University, the skilled and ambidextrous 7-footer, Chris Kaman. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Gasol at the 4. And looking at the Nets, Darren Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. And inside out of Stanford University, a skilled post scorer with tremendous size, the 7-footer, Brook Lopez. Then it's Pierce, and it's Garnett in at the 4 slot.
That's a nice finish for the big fella there. I mean, he used his length very well under the basket.
There may be more athletic players around the league, but, Steve, not many bigger ones.
And I'll tell you what, Kevin, I'd like to see him even take advantage of that size more often on the offensive end and be more aggressive.
Can't get it to go. The Nets go the other way with it.
You know, as great as 2012 was for the Nets, in many ways, they really came up short on their last game of that calendar year. In 2012, the New Year's Eve matchup against the Spurs, the Nets only scored 5 points in the third quarter of that contest.
And here is Los Angeles now. After the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Gasol. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
That's old school right there, and I like it, the fadeaway.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And, Clark, you were talking about the Nets. They went from looking like a team that could compete for a title to a team that, while still talented, Steve, and a lock for the playoffs, was a little closer to the middle of the pack than they thought.
Well, with the hot start they got off to, I think it was just a matter of time before they hit a cold stretch. And never fun to be held to just 5 points in a quarter. And that game had a lot of Nets fans wondering how the rest of the season would go. But, hey, they got it back together and still finished off pretty well.
You know, people look at Steve Nash, guys, and I don't know if they automatically think tremendous athlete. But he is. He's a different type of tremendous athlete. He's not going to blind you or amaze you with his running and jumping ability, but it's his agility, his coordination, his balance, the fact that he's ambidextrous, not only with his hands, but with his feet. I mean, he's equally balanced going either way with the ball or on his pivots. And he attributes a lot of that to playing soccer and ice hockey as a youth.
And both free throws good from Garnett. And for Nash, his great agility really helps him on the offensive side, certainly. And change of speed and direction and shifting all over the floor. He can keep defenders off balance. Always has been able to do that.
Yeah, but defensively is where he's suffered here the last couple of seasons, just losing a little bit as he's aged. But, you know, a smart player and understands how to survive defensively out on the floor.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
And you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. When talking about who they'll be most concerned with on the other side, he laughed a little and asked, "You mean other than Kobe?" He said that it's an almost futile effort to try and slow Kobe because he can score in so many different ways, saying, really, all we can try and do is prevent him from getting into a rhythm and try to force him into tough shots. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Here's Johnson after Pau Gasol's bucket. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Young. Fires for 3. They get it again. Kaman. And he lays it straight in.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Now here's Lopez. Pierce kicks to Williams. Johnson. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And that's now 6 points for Joe Johnson. Nash dishes to Kaman. Young. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Count the bucket. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
And we still aren't halfway through this contest yet.
Yeah, that number could easily go up to double digits before this game is over.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Now here's Kobe. And there's the pass to Young. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Young's got 6.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Now here's Nash. Following the miss by Brook Lopez. Young passes to Gasol. The 8-footer. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Garnett.
Well, since the new CBA, the league has made the luxury tax much more punitive. But certainly the Lakers blessed with the financial wherewithal to be a tax-paying team. The problem is it can hurt your flexibility under the new rules just to make deals, and that's going to be the challenge for LA.
Gets it to go.
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Kaman. Johnson comes in for Nick Young. Steve Blake's checked in for Kobe. And it's Farmar in for Steve Nash. The shot by Karolinko, no good. Well, you talk about the huge fan base for the Lakers, Clark. One of the marquee franchises, certainly in the entire NBA.
I would even stretch that to all of sports, Kevin. The market and their finances clearly have helped them gain that stature, but you can't shortchange the organization, the people making the decisions. They've been a winner for a long time, and that's been the magic ingredient that's attracted fans, players, sponsors, the full package.
Now Gasol, following the miss by Andre Karolinko from deep. Here's Farmar. From outside, off the mark.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Blake. And it's 6 points for Pau Gasol.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
And Blanche kicks to Williams. And the Nets miss again.
Well, use his body well to lean around the defender. It's always going to be difficult to convert that shot, though.
Blake dishes to Hill. Here's Farmar. Knocks down the three ball. Farmar's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. To the inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's Karolinko. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Boy, ends the quarter.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Lakers.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Farmar kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Farmar. Back to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Gasol. Blocked. And now here comes Terry leading the break from the sideline. Let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, gentlemen, a quick turnaround for Jason Kidd from a player to head coach. Many felt he could still be playing if he wanted, but he said, quote, "My biggest fear had always been getting hurt and not being able to leave the game on my own terms." It worked out well for him, and guys, just like his playing days, always thinking a few steps ahead.
You bet. Thank you, Doris.
The Nets had a really solid debut season in Brooklyn last year. They made the big move in trading for Joe Johnson, but they also made some small adjustments that paid off for him as well.
The dish to Johnson. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Nets trail by 3. It's Williams with the drive. The outside leaner, and the shot is good. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter. Clark, as you said, a lot of people thought they would just be a top-heavy team with their starters doing a lot of the heavy lifting. But, Steve, they got contributions from all around.
Well, they didn't have big-name players on the bench, but they had some guys like Bloch and Evans who were kind of under the radar, but came in and played very well for this team a year ago. Now, of course, you got big names across the roster for the Nets.
Shot by Karolinko, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Blake passes to Hill. He feeds it to Farmar. And again, the Lakers no good.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Back to Terry. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And it's a 4-point Nets lead.
I love his kind of mid to long range jump shot. It's a specialty of his, especially in catch and shoot situations.
You're exactly right. He's a very skilled catch-and-shoot type of player. I mean, it adds a dangerous element to his game that he can make that jump shot.
And the Lakers making a change here. Chris Kamen's checked in for Gasol. Young comes in for Wesley Johnson. Kobe's checked in for Steve Blake. And it's Nash in for Jordan Farmer.
In my opinion, Brook Lopez, guys, quite possibly is the best scoring 7-footer in the game. He has terrific skills on the low block. And he's able to step out and knock that outside shot down from out to the three-point line.
Came in a screen on Terry. And Nash, here we go. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Nets leading by 6. And for Brook Lopez last season, Steve, almost 20 points a game, shooting over 50%.
His best season ever, Kevin. I think he's really evolved into one of the top centers in the league. A big-time elite interior threat. And as you know, I mean, that's kind of rare these days in the NBA.
Nash with it. Guarded now by Jason Terry. Kaman backing down. And it's blocked by Garnett. Terry against Kobe. Terry dishes to Pierce. Now Nash. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Come to me.
Young outside. Looking to end the run. Good.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Terry against Nash. Terry kicks to Lopez. Pierce. Nets passing it around. Johnson goes in. Shot clock at 6. That's good from Paul Pierce on the assist by Johnson. Pierce has got 5 points now in the quarter.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Kobe kicks to Hill. Pass to Young. Shot is off, and Brooklyn will come the other way. Johnson, the pass to Garnett. Lopez. Terry outside. Kicks it to Johnson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Well, after knocking down 3 3-pointers last quarter, he's starting to lose the range a little bit.
Pierce against Nash. Brooklyn with the rebound. And the shot is good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
So much of what ailed the Lakers could be traced to the lack of defensive presence. And it really came to a head when Magic Johnson, one of the greatest Lakers of all time, called them out about looking to play Showtime offense while not paying attention to solid defense.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Terry dishes to Lopez. The feed to Garnett. Hill's there. From 7. Hits some room on the way in, and the bucket's good. And now it's a 10-point Nets lead. And going back to what Clark said, they didn't actually try to run that much based on tempo, more than what they might have been used to, certainly, Steve, but the D was a concern in a major way.
Well, it was really more about teams running wild on them instead of the other way around. You look at the Laker personnel, big front line last year with Howard and Gasol. The transition defense wasn't quite there. You throw in the injuries. They were never able to find that balance between good offense and solid defense.
No good on the free throw. Brooklyn making some changes. Andre Bloch, he's checked in for Lopez. Karolinko comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Deron Williams is subbed in for Jason Terry. Nets leading by 9. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Williams kicks to Karolinko. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 6 assists now in the game.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
And Kobe, here we go. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Kobe's got 6.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Blatch. And so we conclude the first half. Brooklyn ahead.
And now, brought to you